If you watched last week's video, then you know this project here was supposed to be a part of that video. So I decided that this whole video would be for the denim floral button down. I already started cutting this up because I decided I was going to make 2 tops with that 1 button down. So hello and welcome. My name is Bianca and this is a place to inspire and to be inspired. I love all things crafting and creating on a budget. I haven't done that intro in a few weeks. I don't really know if it makes a difference or if you guys notice whether or not I do the intro. Sometimes I do it and sometimes I don't. And today's just one of those days that I remember to do it. I started to film this project while I was doing the purple midi skirt, but I realized that I wasn't gonna have enough time to get both done for that video. So now we can pick up where we left off on the button down top. I have a plan to turn this into 2 tops. And in order to make this work, they're both gonna have to be crop tops. So if you don't like crop tops, keep scrolling. So for the first top, I was thinking of cutting off the sleeves and then cropping it and then turning it into a top style kind of like this, and then having the tie closure in the back. And I was thinking of maybe doing a scallop trim along the bottom hem. And then for the second top, I'm going to use the bottom portion of this along with the sleeves to make a halter top. So let's see if I can make this happen. So this is the top portion of that button down after I cut off the sleeves. And I was thinking of putting it on backwards and then getting rid of the collar. And I think I'll take in about another inch from the sleeves. And I want this to have a high neck, but I want it to come out a little wider, so almost like a boat neck. And then I can use the scrap fabrics to make a few ties in the back. Hopefully you're seeing the vision. I think first I'm gonna take in a couple inches from each side, and then I wanna make it a little bit more narrow up at the shoulder. Before I hem the armholes, I'm going to cut our neckline. Okay, so I got a little distracted and I started cleaning out my closet and I found a bunch of stuff that I want to try to bring to Plato's Closet. And I figured whatever I can make off of these clothes, I will just use that money for my next thrift trip. Also, I went to the gas station to get some Celsius. Not that I needed these today because I've already had plenty of caffeine, but I love routine, and every Monday I go to the gas station and get a lottery ticket because you just never know. Someone wins it every week and you can't win if you don't play, so. And also I feel like you wouldn't know it, but I'm pretty type A when it comes to my planning and my scheduling. I think people assume that I might be more type B and go with the flow because I get a lot of comments saying like, I love how you just wing it and you don't even measure things. But filming these videos have helped with my perfectionism so much. And unfortunately, when things go wrong for me, if they don't go as planned, it will ruin my entire day. But as I've been filming these videos, I've gotten really comfortable with, okay, this didn't work out, but let's come up with a plan B. It has helped me so much just in life to not get so frustrated when things don't go my way and to just come up with a plan B. It doesn't always work out like that. For me, being more type A, filming these videos have really helped me. All right, we went off on a little tangent there, but now we can head to Plato's Closet. And while they're going through my clothes, I figured I would go next door into the Sephora because I really want to find a good cream blush. I saw on TikTok that this was a good one, so I went ahead and got this watermelon shade. But this was another one that I heard some good reviews on, but the texture kind of seemed like lip gloss, so wasn't into that one. And then I went next door to World Market. I did find these really cute tote bags, which I thought would be perfect for the beach maybe. But I love going to World Market for the snacks. I saw the strawberry mochi, had to get that. These little Hello Kitty marshmallow candies, and then these matcha Kit Kats, and obviously these noodles, had to get those too. Okay, now we can taste test our little treats. And this is the strawberry mochi. I definitely like them more when they're frozen. And these are like little jelly-filled marshmallows. So good. I can eat the whole bag. So now that we're done with our little side quest, we can get back to our sewing project. And I completely forgot to mention that one of the errands I had to run was going to Hobby Lobby to get some bias tape. I have never used bias tape before, so this will be my first time experimenting with bias tape. I think this is gonna help me a lot when it comes to hemming armholes and necklines. So let's just hope that, what? This isn't for you.
Oh, you're such a baby.
So let's just hope that I can figure this out the first time and there isn't too much of a learning curve. I got distracted by duck, but I was gonna show you guys where we're at so far with this top. My original vision for this was to have the ties in the back, and I still do want the ties in the back, but now I think that this could possibly be reversible, like maybe I could wear it the other way. Maybe when I add the ties, I could also wear it this way, with our ties in the front. And then this would be the back. And now we can experiment with our bias tape around the armholes and the neckline. So before we work on our bias tape, I want to remove these buttons, and I also want to hem this so that we can't see where the old buttonholes are. And I'm going to hem it the same amount on this side. So once I remove the buttons, I'm just going to fold this in maybe 1/2 inch in this side as well. And then I can do a straight stitch down each side. Okay, so now we've hemmed this front seam here, and we can start working on our bias tape. Hopefully I got the right kind. This is extra wide double fold bias tape. This is how the bias tape looks, and we're just going to open it up like this with the good sides together, and we're going to pin all the way around the armhole. And here's how it's looking now, and we're just going to do a straight stitch along this outer seam here all the way around. And here's what that looks like once we've sewn all the way around. And now we can just fold this back, and then to make it invisible, we're just going to fold this way so that it's on the inside. And then to hold this in place, we're just going to do a top stitch all the way down. And here's how the armhole looks once we've pinned the bias tape in place. And this is from the inside. And now we can just do our top stitch across the whole armhole. I can't believe it took me this long to start using bias tape, but the results are so good and it was so easy to use. I feel like this is something I'm going to do to every project now because it's just such a nice finish and it looks so much more professional. I feel like now I would actually feel confident enough to possibly sell some of my pieces. I've never felt comfortable enough to sell any pieces because I just don't feel like they're good enough to sell. And that's just that perfectionism that I was talking about. I just feel like it's not good enough. It's not perfect. I feel like the way that I've been doing my pieces, they're good enough, at least for me to wear, but for me to actually sell something to one of you or to anyone, I definitely hold myself to a higher standard, but having such a clean armhole using the bias tape, I'm obsessed. Something I would do differently though is not buying the wide bias tape. I just don't think it was necessary, and there's like an extra flap here, whereas if I didn't buy the wide bias tape, I think it would have been perfect. And now I'm just gonna do the same thing to the other armhole and then to the neckline as well. Okay, the neckline and the armholes look so good. I am so happy with how the bias tape turned out. I will definitely be doing this on all of my projects moving forward because it's just such a nice finish and it's so easy. So all I really have left for this top is to make our ties and then to do something with this bottom hem. I think I'm gonna start using our extra fabric to make our second top, and then once I finish this, I'll see what we have left over. I would love to be able to add a little extra length to this if I have some extra with this. If not, I'll just hem the bottom and then we'll leave it the way it is. I don't want this part to get too much shorter because it's already pretty cropped. So for this fabric, I was thinking of doing a halter. It's just a simple go-to and it doesn't require a ton of fabric. So I think I'm gonna make the cups out of the sleeves, and then this portion, this was the bottom of the button down, and I'm going to use this as the bottom portion of our halter. And now I can just cut the sleeves open and cut out a couple cups. And in my last video, I showed you guys how I made this little template for the cups. So once you measure for the cups and you have a size that you like, make a template, because it makes it so much easier. Every time you want to make a halter, you can just pull out your template and you know exactly what shape to cut. And to do that, I just got a rough measurement of the width that I needed, and then I added another like 2 inches for seam allowance just to make sure that I had enough coverage after hemming. And then I measured how much height I wanted, and again added a little extra for seam allowance. And now I'm gonna hem the sides of the cups by rolling it over twice and then doing a straight stitch across. And now this is the inside of each cup. And then I just folded the top over and then did a little straight stitch across. And then for now, I'm just gonna leave this bottom part raw. So I finished the cups, and then this bottom portion here is gonna be scrunched, so it's not gonna be as wide as it looks. And next we can start working on this bottom portion. I need to decide how wide to make this to fit around my body. Okay, so I'm gonna put this on backwards so that I can measure under the bust. And now I can add a clip to each side where I wanna cut it. So for the halter top, it's just gonna have one tie at the back and then one tie that goes behind the neck. Progress update, we have this bottom portion hemmed now. I don't know if I like how these come down into 2 little points. I cut it that way on purpose because I just wanted to see if I would like it. I don't know. If I hate it, I'll cut it and then just make it straight across, but for now I'm just gonna leave it. And now we can attach the cups to this portion, but I just need to measure where the center is and then where I want the side of each cup to attach. This is where the center is, and I think I want the sides to attach about here. So I'm gonna put one clip here, and then I'm gonna fold it in half and make it symmetrical. Now we can attach each cup by putting the good sides together. And now we can just use a straight stitch with our regular sewing machine to attach the cups. So far, I think it's looking really cute. And now we just have to use our scrap fabric to make the tie that goes around the neck and then the tie that goes around the back as well. Okay, now we have both of our tops almost finished, and then this is the scrap fabric that we have left over to make our ties. So for this top, I want to do a little tie here and then maybe a tie in the middle. And I think I need them to be maybe 16 inches long. And then for the tie that goes around the back, I'm also going to make that 16 inches. And then the tie that goes around the neck, I think maybe I'll try to get away with 18 inches. And now I'm going to use my serger on all of these and put the good sides together and then do a straight stitch down, and then we can use our loop turner to turn it inside out. So these are all of our finished ties. I didn't show how I turn them inside out because honestly it's so frustrating and it takes forever. But this is the loop turner that I use. It does take a lot of trial and error, but this tool definitely helps. Now we can attach all of our straps. These 2 longer ones are going to attach at the top of each of these cups. And then these 2 here are going to attach at each of the corners. And for this top, I decided I'm just going to hem the bottom because there's not enough fabric to do any kind of trim. So I'm just going to leave it the way it is and then hem it. And then these ties here are going to attach at each corner. And then I think the other two I'll attach in the middle. And I'm just gonna attach them on the inside here so that from the outside it looks clean. Here's the final reveal of the first top we made out of our denim floral button down. I love how this turned out, and I love that I have the option to wear it like this with no ties in the front and no pockets. And if I wanted to, I could make the back the front as well, and I'll show you how that looks next. And here's what it looks like with the back as the front. I do feel like this looks more purposeful, like this would be the intentional front of the top, and then this would be the back. And I love that I have the option to wear it both ways if I wanted to. And I just styled it with these baggy Free People pants. I know they're not going to be everyone's style or everyone's taste, but I think they're fun. And I think pairing it with like this floral feminine top, it's a good balance in my opinion. And here's how the halter top turned out. I think I kind of like how it comes to a point back here. I feel like it gives an interesting detail instead of just having it straight across. So for now, I think I'm gonna keep these little longer pieces because it's different and I like that. And I just paired the halter top with these Target Genie pants. I think that's what you call them. I saw a girl wearing these in a parking lot and I thought for sure that they would be from Free People because they look very Free People-y. And I scoured the website and couldn't find them. And I ended up walking into Target the next day and I saw them on the rack in front of me. I got them over a year ago, so unfortunately they're not on the website anymore, but I've definitely seen very similar ones on the Free People website. So that's gonna be it for today's video, and until next week, bye!